Behind me here, we have our Edge 12-row SoilWarrior. This is a 12-row, 30-inch spaced SoilWarrior that we have, and we call it our Edge system. The Edge is going to refer to the 3-point mounted bar that you see here. We do offer this anywhere from 6 rows all the way up to 16 rows. The center section is going to be a 6-row, and then we've got 3 rows on each wing right now representing the 12-row configuration. And if we went up to a 16, we would actually add stub wings out here to make it a 5-section toolbar to give us the versatility to offer that the size of machine that's going to work best for your farm. The toolbar itself is going to be a dual framed 7x7 square tubing toolbar here. And as you can see, we build them all to have the expandability to take it up to 16 rows at a later time. On the larger machines that do have wings on them, we will want to run some gauge wheels out here to give us the ability to follow the contour of your farm and prevent us from running too deep. Just like our other SoilWarriors that we're offering, we are going to be running a hydraulically driven air compressor on this toolbar. That's going to give us the live air that we need to be able to control the row units and regulate that down pressure that we need for each of the individual row units, but also gives us that air supply to be running our row cleaners that you can see on the front here. This SoilWarrior is set up to do tillage only. So we've got the Edge row unit that's on here that's going to be providing tillage strips to give the soil preparation to plant on top of. We do have the ability to integrate some fertilizer systems with this. We could put saddle tanks on this tractor to provide liquid fertilizer. We could have a cart to pull up behind this. We have 2-wheel or 4-wheel steerable cart options. And we could also do a lift assist system on here. So if the tractor isn't able to handle the size of this Warrior, we could add the lift assist wheels. That's going to stabilize the machine and make sure that we're carrying that weight in a safe manner as we're going down the road specifically, but also give us more control when we're in the field. The Edge row unit that we have on this toolbar here is set up with a lead coulter and a shank. This is going to have vertical movement that's going to be controlled by our airbag right here. The airbag is going to be setting the pressure to control the depth of the row unit, but it's also going to have vertical travel to move up and over obstructions that you would have out there in the field. This row unit does have the ability to change over and run our coulter configuration. In that situation, we would remove these bolts, take out the shank, and then put the coulters in place. This gives us some nice versatility to be able to run an aggressive shank setup if you want to be working into harder conditions or be more aggressive with your strip creation and going to a deeper depth. And then if you wanted to come back with the same unit in the spring or working in some different conditions where you wanted the coulters to be able to prepare that strip, it gives you the versatility to run it both ways. The row unit itself is going to have the zone cleaners up front. These are actuated by an air cylinder right here that gives us the ability to push down and aggressively clear or relax a little bit or even carry those zone cleaners if the conditions don't require as much cleaning. This lead coulter up here is going to do the initial cutting and fracturing of the soil, followed by the shank that's going to be reaching down and give us that aggressive opening and lifting of the soil. Here we have the containment coulters. They're going to be capturing all the soil that's been loosened up earlier up with the row unit. They capture it, they put it back into place, and that's also going to do the integration of the fertilizer that's being distributed right here. So that contains all the loose soil, builds it back into a nice berm, and then we move back to the rolling baskets, which are going to break up any clods and also remove any extra air that's been introduced into that zone. This Edge row unit that we're looking at right here is set up with our shank design to it. This row unit does have vertical travel up and down that's going to be controlled by these airbags right here. And this shank is a shear bolt design. So if you come into an obstruction or have rocky conditions, that shear bolt is going to break to relieve that stress point. We do offer a hydraulic reset option that's going to give the flexibility where if you do come into an obstruction like a rock, it's going to trip out of the way and then hydraulically reset back into place so that you're not having to get out of the cab to replace any shear bolts. This SoilWarrior is a 12-row, 30-inch configuration that we have. We do offer it in larger sizes. We can go all the way up to a 16-row, which is a 5-section machine. Typically, when we go up to the 16-row size, the additional weight that you're going to have along with that, we would recommend putting our lift assist wheels on the back of it. Those lift assist wheels do a nice job of stabilizing the machine, especially in the transport when you're heading down the roads. Lift assist wheels do work in conjunction with the rear hitches that we offer. We have a rear hitch for pulling a 4-wheeled cart, or we can work with multiple providers to put a 2-wheel fertilizer cart back here to accommodate your fertilizer needs. The Edge system offers a lot of flexibility for fertilizer applications. We can go with a 2-wheel steerable cart with either a liquid or a dry setup. We can do a hitch back here to pull a 4-wheel steerable cart, or we can pull in hydrous ammonia tanks. We've got the flexibility to work with whatever fertilizer interest you have on your own farm integrated into this row unit system.